Hi, Ron. Would you like to go out for dinner after work today? I'd be even happier if you got a reservation at a restaurant with a view.
Miss Cross?
Please, call me Pam.
I'm sorry, but I have a meeting with our branch overseas at night today. I have to stay after work since there's a time difference. Not only that, but I'm trying not to go drinking or eating with other women. It's no use no matter how many times you invite me.
What? How many times have you turned me down like this until now? Let's just try and go out once, okay?
I need to get back to work, so goodbye.
Ron, come on.
Hi, Claire. I'm finally done with work.
Must have been a hard day.
Sorry about today. I was planning on having dinner at your apartment after work today, but...
It's all right, don't worry about it. Still, though, this overtime came out of nowhere.
Yep, it was suddenly decided that we would have a meeting with our overseas branch. There was a time difference as well, so it was a mess.
Make sure to get some rest, all right?
Yeah, thanks.
So, are you going to go straight home today?
Yep. We're going to discuss the wedding ceremony with the planners tomorrow, so I should probably get some sleep.
Yeah, I'll take a bath and go to bed early as well.
Alright, see you tomorrow.
Yep, see you tomorrow.
Good night.
Good night. Hi, Claire. You probably still have no boyfriend because you're so ugly, right? Oh, it's you again, Pam. What do you mean it's you again? I've told you this 1,000 times. I cut ties with you and everyone else in my family once I graduated high school and was kicked out of home. Haven't you noticed that just because you got my new phone number from my friends who didn't know what happened doesn't mean I'm gladly welcoming your texts? Of course! That's why I'm texting you. I don't know what's funny about this, but I'm no longer the girl you knew who was always tense and scared of what her family thought. Even if you insult me like you used to back home, I just don't care what you have to say anymore. Huh? If that's fine with you, then all right. I'll reply to your texts, but I think we'll just be wasting each other's time. It'd just be a bother, really. Huh? What's with the attitude? You're just a failure that was never loved by Mom and Dad. Yes, but Aunt and her husband adopted me and treated me like I was their own daughter, so it doesn't really bother me. What? What's your deal? You've never even had a boyfriend. But I do have a boyfriend. What? There's something I need to take care of now. Bye. Hey, you really surprised me. There's no way an ugly woman like you could ever get a boyfriend. You're lying. I, on the other hand, am on good terms with the son of a CEO. I can't quite take our relationship to the next step, which is a bit bothersome, though. But this is without a doubt proof that I'm important to him. The way he's so stoic and strict is a sign that he's going to be a good husband once we get married. So there's no need to worry. I want to be the wife of a CEO so bad. Hi, Ron. What's the meaning of this?
What is it, Miss Cross?
The invitation to your wedding ceremony that you are handing out to everyone in the department? Why did you give one to me as well?
I thought that it was my responsibility as a son of the CEO, and as the person who's going to be the CEO after my dad. My fiancé agreed to it as well, so it was decided that I would invite everyone in the company to our wedding reception. Of course, I'm not forcing anyone to come, and it won't affect your standing at work either, so it's fine if you don't go.
That's not what I'm talking about. What do you mean you're getting married? I thought I was your girlfriend.
What are you talking about? I don't remember you ever being my girlfriend, and I turned down all your invitations to dinner. I told you that I wanted you to stop as well.
But that's because I was important to you, right?
To be honest, I don't remember doing anything that might have given you the idea that I was interested in you. I've been going out with my fiancé ever since university.
What?
It's been almost 10 years, but even if we did have a few fights, we've gotten along. I think that I was loyal to her in my own way during that time. I don't think that's going to change once we get married, but if you're going to spread strange rumors, whether outside the office or in it, then I'm going to have to intervene where I have to. Please stop making any more trouble.
But... Hold on. What's the meaning of this? Why are you at this wedding? This is supposed to be Ron's wedding, right? I get it now. You're trying to take over the wedding, right? I can't believe this. There's no way he'd marry an ugly hag like you. It's no use trying to seduce the groom when he's the son of a CEO. The only person who's allowed to destroy this wedding is his true lover, me. I'm the one who's going to stand next to him wearing a wedding dress. I won't let you bother us. I'll kick you out no matter what. That's what you get. I pulled you all the way outside of the venue. I came up with it on the fly, but me rubbing balls of dirt I made from the flower bed was effective as well. That was so fun. No, not only can you no longer enter the venue, but you won't be able to show yourself to Ron. That was you, Pam? Yep. Did you not notice because I had gotten so much prettier? I can vaguely recognize you, but I was surprised because the evil determination on your face was so evident. What? I just told Ron what you did to me. Huh? So what if you told him? He's not going to help someone like you even if you did. On the other hand, he is going to treat me like a hero now for saving his wedding. There's no way a hag like you could ever be a bride. Oh my, this might be my chance. Pam, did you read the names of the bride and groom on the wedding invitation? What?
Miss Cross, what are you doing to my bride?
I
just got to Claire. She was covered in dirt. This is horrible.
What's going on?
Claire told you, right? Look at the names of the bride and groom on the wedding.
Okay. What? Is this my sister? Huh? My sister's name is written as the bride's name.
Claire's last name changed because she was adopted by her aunt. But it seems that you met your aunt now and then as well, so you must know her last name was Nelson, right? Did you not think anything when you saw Claire Nelson?
I didn't look at the invitation properly.
Huh?
I didn't want to look at the bride's name since it would make me feel like I had lost. I didn't want to know the name of the person who stood in my way of becoming a celebrity wife. How should I have known that the wife of Ron, who's so high-spec, is my ugly failure of a sister?
I don't appreciate you insulting my fiancé like that, but...
Oh no, it's just that...
But Claire says that isn't the problem, so I'll pretend I didn't hear it. You understand now though, right? My fiancé, Claire, is your sister.
That's impossible. Why am I being fired?
Did you receive a notice from HR saying that they would process it as your voluntary resignation out of pity?
But all I did was rub some dirt on my sister's head.
You're lucky Claire didn't file a complaint against you. It would normally have been considered as assault, apparently. To tell you the truth, I was worried about what you might do at the day of the wedding. But you managed to slip by unnoticed and sneak into the bride's waiting room. There's a male employee that helped you during this, right?
There was no such person.
This male employee told me everything. He regretted his actions and voluntarily quit. You used your body to make him do what you said, right?
My only feelings are those I have toward you.
I talked to your parents about this.
What? Mom and Dad? What did they tell you?
I told them that I wouldn't file a complaint and let you off with a standard alimony if they accepted one condition.
Mom and Dad help me? It must be because they love me so much. Because unlike Claire, who was an ugly good-for-nothing, I was pretty and talented.
I don't know whether you would call this saving you, but...
So? What conditions did you give them?
Firstly, you three would erase all the contact information you have of Claire, and that you would never bother her again.
Oh, that much is nothing. Who cares if I can no longer see Claire? I'd gladly accept those conditions.
Secondly, the three of you will move somewhere far away.
Huh? What? You're telling me to move? That means I won't be able to see you anymore. And Dad's company doesn't have a relocation system, which means that Dad will have to quit his job as well.
This isn't my problem. If you don't like the conditions, then I'll file a complaint. You'll probably get a criminal record if you don't accept.
I don't want that.
Then you'll have to do what I say.
This is so unfair. All I wanted was to marry you and become the wife of a CEO. To think that my sister would steal that from me.
She didn't steal me from you. All you did was cause trouble on your own. You haven't even reached the starting point.
But we were in love.
No, we weren't. You were just being delusional this whole time. Well then, I doubt we'll ever meet again, but...
Wait, Ron! Think this through. I could be a much better wife than Claire could ever be.
Don't ever show yourself to me or Claire ever again.
Ron, please!
Goodbye. The wedding ceremony was successfully held thanks to the work of the staff. We turned in our marriage papers as well that day. We wrote Claire's aunt and her husband's names as our guarantors, since they had shown up to the wedding as Claire's parents. The alimony I asked for Miss Cross was also paid. Apparently, they got the money by selling their house that was already 80 years old. According to Claire, her former parents loved Pam so much that they probably spent a fortune on her, and so couldn't save up for their retirement. For now, it seemed that they're going to live off Pam's father's retirement money. But it was revealed that her parents were actually in debt. Pam was forced to help in paying back the debt, and so she now works multiple part-time jobs nonstop. Apparently, one of these jobs is working at a brothel. Why am I not surprised? After all, she did get one of the male employees at the wedding to do what she said by selling him her body. Anyways, Pam was able to pay back their debt quicker than anyone would have guessed, since apparently her job at the brothel actually paid pretty well. She now spends every day more or less in the same manner, work a few hours during the day, and work a few more hours at night at the brothel. Apart from losing a few friends after the incident, things more or less seem to have worked out for her.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, Sarah, do you have a moment? There's something I'd like to talk to you about, if that's all right. Oh, hello, Olivia. Always nice to hear from you. I'm actually on my lunch break right now, so I think I should be able to talk for a little bit. What's on your mind? Is there anything that I can do for you? Actually, there is, since you've asked. You see, Rachel has just recently gotten divorced, and she wants to come live with us. Also, she'll be bringing along her boyfriend Tyler as well. Wait, hold on a second. Maybe I'm not understanding correctly. Rachel got divorced and she has a boyfriend? Is that what you're trying to tell me? That's right, her husband found out that her and Tyler were having an affair behind his back, so they split up. It's really a shame my poor sweet daughter getting cast aside like that. But she was the one who was cheating, wasn't she? Perhaps, but that's only because she's really serious about this Tyler guy. They've already been talking about getting married, so they're going to come live with us. Okay, let me just make sure I have this whole thing clear. Rachel cheated on her husband with this Tyler guy, right? And now Rachel and the man that she cheated on her husband with want to come and move in with us? That's right. But you really shouldn't be acting so confused that this is happening. I mean, life is a journey, and you never know where it's going to take you sometimes. You really need to have a little more sympathy, Sarah. I understand that life can rarely go as you plan it, but I think that applies more to Rachel's ex-husband than it does Rachel, don't you think? I mean, she was the one who cheated, right? I really think that cheating is such a nasty term. What happened is that my daughter just so happened to find her true love after she had gotten married. Honestly, you really need to try and keep more of an open mind about these things. I really am not sure if I can agree with you on that one. Well, I guess that just means that you're close-minded and bigoted then. Anyways, that isn't even the main thing I wanted to talk to you about. I see. So then what is it that you wanted to talk to me about? Well, the thing is that Tyler doesn't have a job. You see... Wait a second. Wasn't Rachel also a housewife before this? So you're telling me that neither of those two have any sort of employment at all? Yes, that's right. I'm glad that you seem to understand that part easily enough. So anyways, they're going to arrive tomorrow to live with us. Tomorrow? That's way too soon. I know it's sudden, but I also know that you have a really nice, well-paying job, and that's why, for the time being, you're going to pay for all of their expenses. Excuse me? And just who is deciding all of this? I never remember agreeing to that. I am deciding it, of course. I just told you that those two don't have jobs. How are they supposed to take care of themselves if they don't even have any money? So you need to learn to open your heart and give back to your family in need. And just why does the burden of doing all of that have to fall on me? I never agreed to any of this. This is the first I'm hearing that all this even happened. You can't just tell me this is something I'll have to deal with from now on, and I certainly don't want either of them living in my house. I don't remember ever asking for your input on this matter, Sarah. You need to understand that this isn't your house, it's mine. I make the rules around here, and what I say goes. I expect you to go along with this, and I don't want to hear any more complaints out of you. You think that you're in charge around here? Well, of course I am. You're my son's wife, which means that you're beneath me in the family. You just have to be a good daughter-in-law and do as I say. Do you understand? And by do as you say, you mean cover all the expenses for the two people who are going to move in with us tomorrow? I really don't know if there's even room in the budget to be able to pay for 2 more mouths to feed around here. No, you listen here, young lady. You might be my daughter-in-law, but Rachel is my daughter, and Tyler might become my new son-in-law. These are your family members just as much as they are mine, and you will do everything you can for them. But they aren't even married yet. They're just moving in unannounced, and for some reason, I'm the one who's going to have to pay for everything. If you don't like it, then why don't you just get a divorce? If you hate being a member of this family so much, then why don't you just divorce my son and never come back, huh? Because I know that my Rex is a good boy who would always do as his mother tells him. I really don't think that Rex is going to just go along with this just because you want it to happen, Olivia. But I suppose we'll just have to talk about this tonight, won't we? No, I really don't see any point in talking about this. Rachel and Tyler have already packed their bags and they will arrive tomorrow whether you like it or not. You can either accept it or leave. Your choice. Rex, I know that you're away on your business trip right now, but I really could use your advice right now, if you have a minute to talk.
Sarah, of course I have time to talk. Is everything okay? Did something happen at home or something?
Well, it's about your mom, actually. She said something to me this afternoon that really kind of worried me. She told me that your sister Rachel cheated on her husband and now she's divorced. But then she told me that she's still with this guy she cheated on her husband with, Tyler, and then now both of them are coming to live with us. She told me they were going to be arriving with all their bags tomorrow, and that I didn't have a say in it at all.
Whoa, what? Hold on, that is a lot to take in all at once. I don't even know how to begin a response to something like that.
But it's true. She told me about all of this in the afternoon via text. Not only that, but on top of everything I've just said, she demanded that I pay for everything that the two of them might need, since neither of them are working.
Did she really say that to you? What in the world could my mom be thinking? That's just crazy.
I know, right? I tried telling her that it was just unacceptable, but she refused to listen to me.
And Rachel, too. I just can't believe that she would do something like that. I never thought that she was the kind of person at all.
I know what you mean. I just heard that all of this was happening, and I was really shocked that Rachel actually did something like that. But more than that, I was shocked that your mom appeared to take Rachel's side in this, and even pitied her for her divorce.
Well, my mom has always let Rachel get away with basically whatever she wanted. But I think that's all it's done for Rachel, is make her think that she can get away with doing whatever she wants. Even I've tried talking to Rachel about not acting out, but she just doesn't listen to me. Still, I never thought that she would go as far as to do something like this.
I know that you and Rachel have had troubles in the past, Rex. You've talked to me about them before. I do really think that you're sweet for trying to talk some sense into her, even though she doesn't listen.
To be honest with you, I think one of the reasons my parents ended up divorcing was because he just couldn't watch my mom raise his kids that way.
Oh, I don't think you've ever told me that before.
By the way, you said this guy's name was Tyler, right? You didn't have to get his last name, did you?
Your mom mentioned it to me once back at home. Tyler Sanders is his full name, I think.
Tyler Sanders. Now that name is really ringing a bell.
Well, I really don't know. I could be getting things wrong. You could say that my mind was on other things while I was talking to your mom.
Of course, that makes total sense. But either way, that name is just really gonna bug me. I think I'll need to look into this Tyler guy. If he's the guy that I'm thinking of, I think I might have actually met him before. He was a friend of a friend of a friend or something like that. But for some reason, the name just stuck in my head.
I see. Well, okay then, if that's the case, let me know if you find out anything interesting about him.
Of course! You'll be the first to know. Anyways, I'm gonna text some friends and see if I can't figure this out.
Got it. Good luck with that, Rex. Olivia? Where are you right now? I need you here. What are you talking about? Why are you texting me with that tone, huh? I'm not grabbing dinner with friends. What do you want? Make it quick. I'm trying to enjoy myself. Well, it's about Rachel and Tyler, actually. What about those two? They've been at home since the afternoon. Did you finally get to meet them? Yes, I did meet them when I came home from work. But I was just wondering why those two were in my bedroom and acting like it was theirs. They said they already unpacked all their things and were looking forward to finally having a room again. Not only that, but all my stuff was strewn all over the place in the backyard. I want to know just what is going on here. Well, you gave up your room for those two, of course. That's why I tossed all your stuff outside in the yard. Any other questions? I didn't give up my room to anyone. It sounds to me like you decided that for me and emptied out my bedroom. Well, then I hope this just helps you reconsider about financially supporting these two while they get back on their feet. What are you talking about, Olivia? What does one of those things have to do with the other? I just mean that you were so adamant that you wouldn't be contributing to those two's financial needs. Given that that was the case, I saw a little alternative but to give them your room. I don't care what kind of little games you're trying to play with me right now. I'm not giving up my room or giving them any money. You're trying to rope me into something that I never wanted and was never even asked about, and I'm not going to sit here and take it. Well then, I guess you might as well get used to having your things sitting out on the lawn. You better hope that it doesn't rain. I'd hate for all your things to get ruined. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, I did hear that there was going to be rain tonight. And just who do you think you are condescending me like that, huh? I mean, why do you think you get to decide everything that goes on in this house? That's the exact same thing that I would like to ask you, Sarah. You're my daughter-in-law, and yet you think that you have a right to argue with anything that your mother-in-law tells you to do. You ought to learn your place. You really want to talk about who has the right to do what in this house? Of course. And since you were so insistent about disobeying me about giving them money, so I invoked my right to toss all your things out of my house. I honestly can't believe that you're being so cruel to these poor two lovers. They have no place to go and nothing but each other's love to keep them going, and you're really upset that they're in your room? I told you once, and I'll tell you again. You either do as I say, or you can get out. Those are your two options. Hey, Rex. I was just curious if you were on your way home already?
Yeah, I'm on a train right now. Should be a few hours before I'm back. How are things going at home? I'm almost scared to ask. But did Rachel and Tyler end up arrive yesterday like my mom said they would?
Yes, they got here yesterday afternoon and they're already making themselves at home. In fact, they've hijacked our bedroom as their own.
Hijacked our bedroom? What does that mean exactly?
Well, when I got home from work yesterday, the two of them had arrived. They had all their stuff unpacked in our room and all my things had been thrown out into the backyard. Your mom said she did it because I was arguing with her. She said that if I wasn't going to help them financially, then it was her right to throw all of my things outside.
You have to be kidding me. Honestly, just what is she thinking? I can't believe my mom is acting this way. It's ridiculous. Sarah, I just want you to know how sorry I am that my mom is putting us through all of this.
Rex, it's not you who should be apologizing, though. It's your mom.
Speaking of my mom, where was she when you got home? And did you manage to get your things back inside okay?
Your mom said she was out grabbing lunch with friends. As for me, I had to quickly go and rent a moving truck to store all my stuff until this gets figured out. I'm staying in a hotel for the time being.
Oh, jeez, I am so sorry you're having to go through all of this.
I'm sorry I couldn't tell you about any of this sooner. I was running around like crazy last night, and I didn't even have a moment to catch my breath until it was already past midnight.
It's okay, it sounds like you need to just take a rest for now.
It's the one right by Union Station that we always walk by.
Ah, got it. Well, would you like to meet me when I arrive at the station? I think I've finally figured out who this Tyler guy is, and we have to talk about.
You really figured it out? Was he the guy that you thought he was the whole time?
It's way too long to even begin to type out, honestly. I'm gonna have to stop by my office after I arrive, but I promise to tell you all about this evening, okay? But still, I arrive at the station in a couple of hours and will tell my bosses I'm taking an early lunch. I really can't wait to see you, sweetie.
Oh, me neither, Rex. I just want all this to be over already. So I guess I'll meet you at the station around 11 then.
Perfect, I'll see you then. Perfect, I'll see you then, Sarah. Get some rest in the meantime.
Hey, Rex, I just wanted to say that I'm really grateful for you telling all about what you found out at lunch. I know that you said you would in the evening, but I just couldn't wait that long to find out.
Of course, Sarah. I didn't mean to tease you with that kind of information. I just wasn't sure how long it would take to lay it all out.
I know. I was really shocked by what you told me. I mean, even having met Tyler, I never thought that he was that kind of person.
I know, right? When my friend told me about him, I just felt myself getting goosebumps and remember a really bad feeling coming over me.
I mean, if that kind of person is living in our home right now, I think I'd rather stay in the hotel than go back.
You're right. That's a good idea. You should stay there until we have everything ready.
Sarah, I am sick and tired of playing this game with you. Just how long are you going to keep us all waiting, What are you going on about this time, Olivia? Don't you pretend like you don't know what I'm talking about. I want to know when you're going to start giving money to Rachel and Tyler. How many times are you going to make me repeat myself? I am not going to give either of them a single cent. I never said that I was going to. I've only told you that this isn't going to happen, so stop asking. You really are starting to get on my last nerve. But if you refuse to listen to your mother-in-law, then I have no choice but to make Rex divorce you.
Mom, are you there? We need to talk.
Oh, Rex! Perfect timing, son. I was actually just about to message you, funnily enough. It's about your wife, you see. I've told Sarah over and over again that she needs to help support Rachel and Tyler, and she simply refuses to obey me. Do you think you could try talking some sense into her?
Actually, Sarah and I have decided to move out of that house.
Wait, what? What do you mean you two are moving out?
Well, Sarah has already loaded up all of her belongings that you threw out in the yard. Not that you've noticed. And I spent all night last night packing up my own things while everyone was asleep. And now Sarah and I are together.
Hold on a second. You two are really going to move out of the house? But where are you going to go? Where are you both now?
I'm not going to tell you, Mom. In fact, Sarah and I never want to talk to you again.
You can't just cut your mother out of your life like this. That's ridiculous.
No, Mom, the only ridiculous thing about the situation is you. And I'm not going to stand by any longer while you try to control my wife.
Control her? I am her mother-in-law. I'm not controlling her. She's just disobeying me. Every time I ask her to make the smallest of sacrifices for this family, she flat out refuses to do so. You need to remind her of her place in this house right now.
Mom, tell me how much you know about this Tyler guy that Rachel is seeing.
What do you mean, what do I know about him? He's Rachel's boyfriend, and that's all that matters.
I'm afraid you're quite misinformed. Tyler actually had an affair with the wives of one of my friends.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
And it wasn't just once. Tyler has a history as being a serial cheater. In fact, he has a debt of more than $1 million from all the adultery cases that he was part of.
He owes more than $1 million in debt?
That's right. When I first heard his name, it really rung a bell for me. I asked around, and I'm quite sure that the man who Rachel is seeing now is the same one that's known for sleeping around so much. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised at all if this was all part of some elaborate plan of his to have a place to live and get someone to cover all of his bills for him. Maybe he's even roped Rachel into this little scheme of his too.
You don't actually think your sister is trying to scam her own family, do you?
I think that I would really be careful with your money, unless it's already too late. When was the last time that you checked how much you have in your accounts? Unless it's true what Sarah told me about how you took all the money that you got from Dad during the divorce, withdrew it in cash, and kept it for safekeeping in your house.
I thought that it would be a good nest egg for when I retire. Besides, you know I hate all that funny money and card business. The money just doesn't feel real unless I have it in my hands.
And do you think it's possible that Tyler might have heard about this money through Rachel or something?
You don't really think.
I'm just saying, it wouldn't hurt to make sure everything is where you left it.
But that was all my money. It was what I was going to live off of for the rest of my life. This can't be happening. Sarah, are you there? You have to help me. It's just horrible. What is it this time, Olivia? My retirement money. My savings, all $30,000 of it is gone, vanished. Oh, really? You mean all that cash you kept in your room? That's right. I couldn't find it anywhere, and I asked Rachel if she might have known where it went. She told me that her and Tyler used it all on a party that they held celebrating moving in with us. Wow, how do you even spend that amount of money on a single party? That's actually impressive. No, it isn't. It's my money, and I want it back. You have to help me. And just why are you coming to me to ask for help? I would quit wasting your time texting me and start looking for a job instead. But I'm your mother-in-law, Sarah. You owe me for letting you live with me. That's why you have to help me. Olivia, I'd like to ask you something that I've had on my mind for a while now. Do you think that you were the one letting me live with you? Well, what do you mean by that? You don't have any other family or anything, so obviously when you got married, this house would go to me. That's just how you show respect to your in-laws. I know that both my parents are dead, thank you very much. What I want to know is how you think you suddenly own the house that they left to me. I inherited the lease to the house, and I've been paying rent on it ever since. So then, You're saying that you're the owner? That is exactly what I'm saying. I've had this house since before I got married, and after Rex and I did get married, he moved in with me. Then, after your divorce, Rex and I took pity on you and agreed to let you live with us. Of course, that was before I knew just how difficult living with you was going to be. That can't be true! I'm not done yet. Now that you've invited Rachel and Tyler to live with us, I just don't see the point in staying there any longer. I've canceled the lease for the house, and you all have until the end of the month to move out. You, Tyler, and Rachel all better start packing your stuff quick. But you can't do that! Where am I supposed to go? I just told you that I lost all of my retirement money. That's a problem for you to figure out. Apparently, Tyler was in more debt than what he owed to the court. I heard late from a neighbor one night a black van showed up outside our old house. Some strong-looking men stepped out, barged their way into the house, took Tyler and Rachel, and drove off into the night. I don't even want to think about what happened to those two. As for Olivia, with no money and no house, she had to go back to work and learn to live on her own again. I hear that she's living in a tiny apartment, barely making ends meet these days. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey there, Gino. I heard that you're quitting. Hello, Director Quinto. Yes, I just turned in my letter of resignation today. I'm going to be quitting 1 month from now, but I have paid leave left, so next week Friday is going to be my last day of work. Thank you for everything until now. I see, I understand. So that means that one useless employee is going to be leaving the company. This is good news for the rest of us since someone better is going to be taking your place. What? Did you just say I was useless? Yeah, I did say that. What are you going to do about it? I mean, I'll give you credit for the fact that you took responsibility for your uselessness and voluntarily quit. Not that you would have been staying much longer if you hadn't. What in the world are you talking about? I'm not quitting because I took responsibility for my uselessness. And please, stop calling me useless. I think that at the very least, me being here didn't harm the company. Yeah, everyone knows you're useless already, so no need to pretend. It's fine, just admit it. It's nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, anyone's going to do a better job than you, so don't worry about us. Fine. I don't see a point in arguing with you over this. Thank you for everything up until now. Yeah, thank you too. We don't know what we're going to do without you. My, if it isn't the useless Gino. I'm surprised that anyone was willing to hire you. But still, to think that I would see someone familiar on the first day of a job. A long time no see, Quinto. We haven't talked since you left your last job, so it's been 5 years, right? It's a small world, I guess. How are you doing? Fine, thank you. But I didn't expect for someone like you to be hired during the middle of a work year. What do you mean you didn't expect someone like me to be hired? Unlike you, I'm not useless. Your company must have seen that the skills I learned during my last job was invaluable. Well, I guess this new job of yours is in the same industry as your old one. Well, you see, don't tell anyone else, but your company practically stole me from our old company. They must have been headhunting. What? But nobody told me that we were currently headhunting. Why would they need to tell you that they were headhunting? You probably just weren't important enough for anyone to bother to tell you. I mean, you are useless after all, so it wouldn't make a difference. But it doesn't matter whether you know or not because it's the truth. I see. Well, it doesn't matter now that you're here. You're going to have to work hard just like every other employee. Huh? Look at Mr. Hero over here. You're going to have to work hard just like every other employee. Get over yourself. Who do you think you are, the CEO? Speaking of which, I heard that in this company, the CEO and other high-ranking employees worked in the same room as the other employees and with the same desks and stuff. Oh, yes. It's been a policy of our company since the last CEO. All the employees work on the same floor. Not only does it serve the purpose of making the regular employees feel like they're being treated fairly, it also serves the practical purpose of making communication between different levels of the company smoother. Of course, the desks are laid out so that employees have the right amount of privacy, though. The visitor room and the CEO room, which are used to greet visitors, are also in separate rooms. I see. How fancy. Is this one of those modern companies that value diversity and fairness? I mean, I'm not going to complain. It just means that it's going to be easier for me to slack off during work. Anyways, just tell me where your seat is later. My seat? Sure. It's in the area for the General Affairs Department, with the back to the wall. Why? What do you mean, why? Can I ask? I'll come and see you when I have the time, so you better look forward to it. All right. But where are you right now, Quinto? What? I'm in the toilet. What's the matter to you? Please come to the office as soon as you're done with your business. What? Didn't I tell you to stop acting like the CEO? Quit it before you embarrass yourself, Gino. I'm going to be lax on you since it's only your first day. But please try not to slack off all the time like you did in your last job. Huh? You think it's okay for someone as useless as you to talk to me like that? I may be new here, but I'm soon going to outrank whatever position you may have. Probably won't take long since there's no way someone like you would ever get a promotion. I don't know why you seem to be so confident about yourself, but right now you're just a new employee who's currently in training. Like I said, we can't let you do as you please like you did in your previous job. And there's no use trying to suck up to your superiors like you did in your last job either. I won't allow it as long as I'm here. What do you mean you won't allow it? You really are hilarious, Gino. You probably just made copies or something knowing how useless you are. Just because you got here a little bit earlier than me doesn't mean you're suddenly my superior. Just wait until I get promoted. I'll make you do whatever I say just like I used to. This is so fun. What in the world are you talking about, Quinto? You went out for lunch, right? Because I tried to find you, you weren't here. No? Yes, and? Was there something you needed to tell me? I threw away your desk. Useless anyways, it was probably just taking up space. Useless people like you don't need a desk, understand? You what? What do you mean you threw away my desk? And what about the papers? The papers that were in my desk were extremely important. Hold on there, CEO. There's no way they would give important papers to someone as useless as you. Oh my gosh. You see, a friend of mine works for a cleaning company. I asked him I needed to throw away a desk as soon as possible, and he came right away with his truck. I had him take it away while you were at lunch. What in the world do you think you're doing? You're in the General Affairs Department or something, right? Knowing how useless you are, you were probably relocated several times to various departments, and now just do random chores for the General Affairs Department, right? Once a useless person, always a useless person, I guess. Quinto, have you forgotten that you're a new employee on your first day of work? So what if it is my first day of work? Are you sure you won't regret what you just did? Did you even think about the consequences? Throwing on another employee's desk is a serious violation of the rules, even if they were, in fact, useless. Shut up. This is the kind of company where people as useless as you get hired. No way they're strict with their employees. And besides, I was headhunted by your company. So they're not going to make me regret it just because I threw out your desk. They probably don't even give a fuck what happens to you either. I see. But there's something you have mistaken. You see, I'm not part of the General Affairs Department. What? I just said that my desk was in the area of the General Affairs Department when you asked me, right? That doesn't mean that I'm part of the General Affairs Department. I only have my desk placed there because, given my position, I work with the people from the General Affairs Department the most. What in the world are you talking about? What do you mean, my position? What, are you the head of the Department for Useless Employees or something? There's no need for you to have something as luxurious as a desk, right? You should be thankful and say, thank you for throwing away my desk, which I didn't need in the first place because I'm so useless. No, the desk you threw away was the CEO's desk. What? I got the wrong desk? No, That was my desk, probably. What are you trying to say, Gino? It seems that one of the other employees noticed that my desk, which you tried to throw away behind my back, was gone. He just contacted me saying that he was able to get the desk back. But I told the employees to not leave the papers littered on the floor. But it seems there's several papers in my desk that I needed to sign or look through and nowhere to be found. What? Where did you put those papers? They're very important, and I would like you to return them immediately. Hold on, Gino. You're saying that you're actually the fucking CEO? Are you playing with me right now or what? Yes, and I'm not playing with you. Even though it seems that you have been playing with me up until now. I only got the position of CEO 2 weeks ago, but I am the CEO. Seriously? Why didn't you say so sooner? Now I look like a complete idiot. Sorry. I just thought that it would be amusing to continue calling me CEO like that. I regret it now, though. I didn't expect even you to do something like this, which means that I saw right through you when you said that you were headhunted by our company. I would have known if we were currently headhunting. Seriously? But you're just a useless good-for-nothing. I don't know where you got that idea, but there are important things right now. Where did you put the papers that were in my desk? I'm not joking around, Quinto. I burned them. What? Did I hear you correctly? You burned them. Yeah, I went to the company kitchenette and set fire to them with my lighter. You used fire inside the building? But I did it where there was water around. I was careful not to start a fire. Using fire is prohibited inside this building. And besides, what in the world are you thinking burning my papers like that? Not even children would think this was funny, Quinto. But you're banned from coming to the office, Quinto. We'll contact you about your punishment at a later date. But I didn't know you were the CEO. Just go home already. Okay. Hey, Gino. Tell me what's going on here. Why the hell are you the CEO of a company? But you were practically fired from your last job after making a huge mistake due to you being so useless. You went from that to a CEO of a company in just 5 years? What in the world happened? Good evening, Quinto. First of all, it seems that you have quite a few misunderstandings. I wasn't fired from my job. What? But you... 2 days after a huge system failure and the company went into chaos, you turned in your resignation papers, right? I thought you were made to take responsibility because you were the one who had caused the system failure. My resignation being at the same time as the system failure was just a coincidence. I had nothing to do with that. I had already been talking to my superiors about quitting my job. It's just that I happened to turn in my resignation papers 2 days after the system failure. Besides, I heard that the system failure wasn't caused by a human error, and that no one was fired because of it. Why did you resign then? About 6 years ago, my father, who used to run this company, fell seriously ill. He was able to make a full recovery in just a year, but his body was severely weakened by the fight with the disease, and he started considering of retiring and moving somewhere far away. I was always meant to be the next CEO of this company after my father, but I had worked in another company, our previous company, first to gain experience. Due to my father's illness, though, I joined his company earlier than he had initially intended, since I needed to learn the company's ways before I became CEO. And so, 2 weeks earlier, my dad resigned his position as the CEO and became a chairman, and I became the CEO in his place. Seriously? But you never told me that your dad was a CEO. You could have mentioned that earlier. And I never felt the need to tell you. And besides, you could have done a bit of research before joining our company. You would have easily found out that I was a CEO. Also, me telling you that I was the son's CEO at our previous job would have ruined the purpose. I was supposed to gain experience at another company working as a regular employee. Anyways, I got out of topic. We're going to contact you about your punishment at a later date. We kindly ask for your cooperation. Gino! Oh, sorry, CEO Gino. Please, I'm begging you, don't fire me if I get fired here. I heard from a former colleague that he said he was forced to resign by you, but... What? Who did you hear that from? Because that's a lie. You said You quit your previous job because you were trying to find a new job during your interview at our company, right? But in reality, you were in trouble at the previous company because you had committed basically every form of harassment there was, but voluntarily resigned before they were able to punish you. Even if you hadn't resigned, though, you would surely have lost your job soon after that, I heard. The people in our human resource division didn't know about this, it seems, when they hired you. And so I'm considering changing the process and how we hire people from now on. I guess I have to thank you for that, but that's unrelated. We fired you because we don't need the kind of person that just does whatever they want on the first day. I object. You're firing me for no good reason. You don't have any proof. This is unfair. Actually, it's not unfair, and we do have proof. Even ignoring what you did in your previous job, you still tried to throw away my desk on the first day of work. Also, this isn't violating any rules because we can fire people 2 weeks from the start of the training period if we feel that they are a problem. What? No way, this is illegal. This is unfair and violates my rights as an employee. No, it's not illegal, and we're not violating your rights as an employee. Whatever. I see there's no point trying to argue with you. That's all I wanted to tell you, Quinto. You don't need to come to work starting from tomorrow. Please, hold on. I'm going to be in really big trouble. If you fire me now, I'll have nowhere else to go. And if my parents find out that I was fired on the first day of work, your parents still boss you around after all these years? Aren't you already in your 40s, Quinto? But I understand why you're worried. I think I'd be scared too. They'll send you to work with the Iwanami construction group if they find out, right? What? How the hell do you know that? Did you hire a detective to spy on me or something? Is that what CEOs do to make sure their employees stay in line? No, I didn't hire a detective. It seems that your parents found out about what you did a few days ago. What? How did they find out? Did you tell them or something? No, our company doesn't feel it necessary to notify our employees' parents about such matters. They're not children after all. But it seems that there was someone from the same hometown as you and one of our employees. And that was probably how your parents found out. Are you kidding me? Who was this employee that told my parents? I'm going to make them pay. Sorry, but I'm afraid I'm not going to tell you that. Besides, I doubt that he directly told your parents. He must have told some friends of his, and his friend told his friends, and it eventually reached your parents. I mean, your hometown has a population of like 1,000, right? Your parents came all the way from your hometown today to apologize for your behavior. I guess this is the bad part about your hometown being so tiny. Rumors just spread so quickly around there. Wait, what? My parents came all the way here? Yes, they said that they were deeply sorry for letting you grow up into such a lousy adult, and that they would pay for the damages that you have caused. I refuse their offer since we're going to make you pay for your damages and not them. Those papers were extremely important, and you potentially just set the company back several days of work. Anyways, your parents were the one who told me about the Iwanami construction group and how they were planning on sending you there. Apparently, it's a wonderful company that gives degenerates a chance to be reborn into upstanding citizens. This is the first time I've heard of them, but it seems that there are a lot of things I could learn from them as a CEO. Hold on. You must be exaggerating, right? Those papers can't have been that important. I mean, I know you're the CEO and all, but please, just forgive me and forget this ever happened. I won't call you useless anymore, and I'll do my job just like the rest of the employees. I don't want to be sent to the Iwanami construction group. They're no joke. I heard that they make people who slack off during working hours work double the hours for that day. How does that even work? Sorry, but I'm not going to be hiring you again. And it's not for me to decide whether your parents send you to the Iwanami construction group or not. But stop being so negative about it. Aren't you excited you'll be reborn into an upsetting citizen? Besides, there's no use now. Your parents said they were already headed to your apartment to pick you up. What? They're already coming? Shit, what do I do? I have to make an escape. I'll live in the wilds or something. Anything but the Iwanami construction group. This is all your fault, Gino. Why didn't you tell me sooner? My parents came on a black van to pick me up. I was trying to make an escape and put everything I needed in a backpack, but I was too late. They were waiting for me when I exited the first floor lobby. Help me! Help me, Gino! Please, I'll do anything you want, so just hire me to your company again. I'll work hard. I'll even worship you as a company CEO. Gino, answer the goddamn phone. Gino! It seems that Quinto put up a fight when the people from the Iwanami construction group tried to take him away on their van. But the employees from the Iwanami construction group were highly muscular, owing to them doing hard physical labor all day. Quinto, who was scrawny as heck, stood no chance against them and was swiftly taken away. I heard about this later on, but it seems like Quinto has a debt, and quite a large one at that he owes a friend in his hometown. He had left his hometown long ago and hadn't been there for years. So we intended to just forget that his debt ever existed. But apparently this friend, who was practically forgotten about until then, suddenly remembered when rumors as to what Quinto had done and as to what had happened to him spread around. Apparently the Iwanami construction group are making him pay his debt little by little, deducting it from his salary. A few days ago, Quinto sent me his insane voice message, screaming, "Save me!" while crying. Of course, I didn't reply. Every day he is forced to do hard labor, his senior employees making sure that he doesn't slack off. But if he has the spirit left to send me a voice message like that, then he's probably fine. And I'm sure he's going to be reborn into an upstanding human in no time.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Olive, there's something important I need to tell you.
What is it, brother? Did something happen?
Yep, you see, Mom messed up.
What? What do you mean she messed up?
She stole my wife Bezra's money.
What? No way. I noticed that Mom and your wife didn't get along very well, but I don't think that Mom is the kind of person who would do such a thing, though. Are you sure this isn't some mistake?
I wanted to think that as well, but in reality, the money that was in Bezra's bank account is now gone. We also realized that the money in our joint savings account was slowly disappearing. And not only that, but Bezra herself came crying to me saying that Mom was stealing stuff from her. I need to protect Bezra as her husband.
Kazim, I don't think that your wife is saying the whole story.
Huh?
Do you hear what Mom had to say as well?
What's the point in listening to what a thief has to say?
Huh?
A mother that steals her daughter-in-law's money. I'm embarrassed for her as her son.
But doesn't that mean that only you listen to what Berza had to say?
I told you already, Mom is a thief. There's no point in asking her what happened. The words of a thief can't be trusted, even if she is my mother.
That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm telling you that you just one-sidedly decided that Mother was a thief, even though you didn't even listen to what she had to say.
Hey, Olive, you're acting a bit strange. I said that the words of a thief can't be trusted.
So, you found her in possession of this missing money?
No, but it's only natural to assume that she already used it. Mom is definitely the culprit here.
I'm saying that you're just calling her a thief for no good reason. Are you reading what I'm texting you, or are you just ignoring it?
If you want to side with the criminal, then go ahead. You take care of Mother.
Huh? What do you mean take care of her?
I kicked Mom out of the house earlier.
What?
I had her take the bare necessities and leave. We're going to sell the rest of her possessions to make up for the money she stole and let her off without telling the police. She should be thankful for that.
You need to do a little bit more investigation, brother.
What?
I applaud your spirit in wanting to protect your wife, but obviously it's also clouding you from making the correct judgment. And because of this, I think you made a terrible mistake by kicking Mom out.
What did you say?
Besides, why would Mom, who's far from poor but is in fact overflowing with money, stain her hands with something that risky? That's why I'm telling you that you need to ask Mom her side of the story as well.
No, but...
I'm done talking with you. You're not thinking straight right now, brother, and therefore it's no use trying to reason.
What did you say?
I'll listen to what Mom has to say. Then I'll decide whether to take care of Mom or not. Goodbye.
Mom, where are you right now? Hello, Olive. I'm at the platform of a station. Well, you see, Kasim and his family. They kicked you out of your house, right? Oh, so you already heard. It seemed he didn't even listen to what you had to say. So why don't you come over to my house first? Is that all right? Yep, for now. Brother sounded like he just believed completely what his wife told him, and I think he's making a mistake. I thought that I needed to hear your side of the story first. If in the unlikely situation that you did in fact steal the money, then I'll have to think things through. To be honest, I don't see any reason for you to need to steal someone else's money. Alib, you really are always calm. I mean, brother went to a good university, and it seems like he has a good reputation at work too. But whenever it's something to do with his wife, he suddenly becomes an idiot. An idiot? I think that that's the case this time as well. I see. So I guess I'll ask you, but what really happened? There's his money, right? Of course I didn't steal it. I don't think someone as careless with money as her has any money to steal in the first place. I thought so. Understood. Oh, the train came. Okay, get on the train and get off at F station. Is 30 minutes from now all right? I'll pick you up the rotary in front of the south exit by car. All right, thank you.
Olive, tell him I need money.
Huh? What are you talking about? I don't understand the thought process you must have had to say something like that the day after you called Mom a thief and kicked her out.
It can't be helped. I tried directly contacting Mom, but it seems she's blocked me, which means that the only way I can reach her is through you.
Well, will you first tell me why you need her money?
Oh yeah, I got home from work earlier, but Bezra wasn't here. I thought she must have gone somewhere, but looking carefully, I noticed that all of her stuff was gone. I went to our bedroom and saw that on the table there were divorce papers and a letter.
What did the letter say?
I'm going on a trip with the person I truly love. Don't look for me, it said.
She ran away?
Don't say it like that. Bezra. Oh, Bezra. I never thought she would leave me like this. But I loved her so much that I would have given her my entire life.
I understand that you don't want to believe this is happening, but will you please stop being an idiot even at times like this?
An idiot?
You wanted me to tell Mom to give you money, right? Which means that you don't have any money now, right, brother?
Yeah. I had a bad feeling after seeing Bezra's letter, so I checked my bank accounts. Apparently someone had been withdrawing my money little by little. This afternoon, my last $2,000 was taken.
So she ran away and used your money to escape?
There was $45,000 in the account before I got married.
There was that much, but you didn't notice until now? Did you tell her the PIN or something?
Yeah. I had Olive take care of all our finances.
Still, you didn't need to give her the money from when you were single as well.
But I believed her and let her take care of it.
That's why I'm calling you an idiot, because you believe everything Bearza tells you. Did anything else happen?
Oh, right. I was opening every drawer to see if anything else had been stolen, and I found a paper saying I needed to leave this house.
What? You need to leave?
Apparently, the rent wasn't being paid.
Oh, that's right. Ever since you and your wife started living together, you were the one who paid for the rent, right?
I needed to leave by the day after tomorrow, apparently.
I see. This means that the money you were going to use to pay for the rent was taken by Bearza as well.
All I have left is the $20 of cash in my wallet.
So that's why you're asking Mom to give you money. You remember that Mom inherited a vast fortune from her father who was an investor, huh? It seems making you not tell Bearza about it was the right decision.
Hey, what should I do now?
Brother, there are some things that Mom wants to tell you.
From Mom?
She says that there's something she needs to tell you about Bearza.
What?
She says that Bearza's cheating on you.
What?
The day before yesterday, she was going to visit her father's grave and was heading to D Station. That's when she saw Bearza and another man enter a love hotel with their hands held together.
What?
Mom was shocked and followed them until the entrance, where she took a picture.
My God.
But it seems that Bearza noticed that Mom had found out. Mom wanted to tell you about it yesterday, but Bearza was faster and cried to you saying that she had stolen her money, and you know the rest.
This can't be true.
You running out of money was probably another factor.
What do you mean?
Can I say it to you?
Tell me.
You were being treated like her personal ATM.
What?
She had no more money to steal from you, and you were about to find out she was cheating on you. So she decided that it was time to leave. She made sure to take every last penny, it seems.
No way, but this must be a nightmare. There's no way Bezra would...
Hello, brother. Mom says she deposited $10,000 in your account.
What? Really?
She says to do as you please with the money, maybe to borrow a new house or find bears or something.
Mother?
But she says not to come meet her for the time being.
What? Why?
Kazim, you forgot that you messed up 2 times in the past year already when Bearza was involved, right?
What? What are you talking about?
First off, you were fooled by Bearza's obviously fake crying when she told you that I was bullying her, and so you kicked me out of her house, right? And secondly, what happened the day before yesterday? Again, you were fooled by her poor acting and believed it when she told you that Mom had stolen her money, and so you kicked Mom out without even listening to what she had to say.
Well, I'm sorry about that, but...
Do you know what Mom is saying?
What?
She says that your furious face when you kicked her out of the house was so similar to your father's when he was tricked by another woman and began continuously insulting Mother. She doesn't know what she'll do if you see her again, so she doesn't want you to come and meet her for the time being.
Don't tell me, but is Mom telling me this through you because...
Yup, she doesn't want to text or talk to you on the phone, she says.
No way.
Well, be glad she didn't just cut ties with you.
Huh?
I'll live with Mom from now on. Why don't you settle things with Bearza first?
What do you mean settle things?
Mom showed me the picture of Bearza with another man, and I'm certain this other man is a friend of yours.
What?
I'll get the picture from Mom and send it to you later. It'll probably be useful if you want to find Bearza and punish her or something.
Olive.
Well, I'm going to be busy taking care of Mom from now on, I guess. Bye.
Yep. Thank you for your help, and sorry for what I did.
After that, Brother no longer became an idiot. He immediately found out where Bearza and his friend was and swiftly brought punishment upon them. Apparently, the money she stole from Kasim was given back to him by her parents. Bearza, now in debt, now constantly works every day from day to night to pay back the money. Kazim's friend also was made to pay an alimony alongside Bearza, and after that, he left her hometown. Kazim was now single, and he eventually paid back the $10,000 Mom gave him. It seems Mom recognized Kazim's efforts to make up for his mistakes and said, "It looks like Kazim is working hard." I think it will take a bit more time until the two of them fully make up, but I have no doubt they will soon be back together again.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.